I see you tearing up. How close did you come to dying?
Close.
Abby, how are you doing?
There are days that I wish that I would have died.
What is it like on the other side?
There's so many women there that should not be there.
Oh my God, that's great.
You know, it's a good day when you can bend over and get your pants on. I have to save my tears for the pillow.
Who's there for you?
My doctors. Yes, but good friends, loyal friends. JoJo and her family have been wonderful.
Abby, great to see you, but this has been a crazy year. How are you doing?
I'm holding up. It's been a lot of alone time, a lot of recovering, and I wish I could say a lot of physical therapy, but not really.
How do you feel right now?
I feel okay. My back still gives me pain. My lower back around my tailbone is painful, mostly because I'm sitting in the chair so much. I should be up, I should be walking, I should have physical therapy 3-4 times a day. And with COVID, I don't.
But you're walking.
I am walking. Little baby steps, and I should be walking a lot. I can do about 150 steps before I have to take a rest. And I don't need to sit down, I just need to stop and rest. It's mostly my arms, because I'm putting so much weight and so much pressure into my arms to walk that I don't trust my legs because I can't feel the floor.
You still can't feel the floor. Where do you go from here?
Up. I think I'm gonna stand up and walk for you.
Oh my God, that's great.
Am I there?
Hold on.
No.
I'll back up to it.
Wait.
Stop right there.
Okay, you're right here.
Okay,
Just back off.
yeah, I'll feel it. It's like when I teach my girls how to interview.
Just at the little the knob right here.
Okay, I got it. You feel the back of the chair with your legs before you sit down.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Who'd you bring with you today?
This is Dr. Melamed, my hero, Superman.
Tell us, first of all, right off the bat, how is Abby doing in medical terms?
I think Abby has come a very long way, you know, considering what she's gone through with the cancer that she had, requiring that emergency surgery that should have never happened. I mean, the surgery that she had recently that I did on her, that should have been a surgery in and out. She should have been doing great with that, no problem. The problem was that the cancer surgery, because she never really had recovered all the way from that, her body was deconditioned in some ways, but she needed this surgery done too. We actually were gonna do this surgery before, like, the cancer surgery, because we didn't know she had cancer at the time.
Right.
Like, we were thinking, and then
The
she
surgery that I just had was from an injury before puberty.
Yes.
The doctor found in my body. That's why I went to him, because my hip was numb, it was going down my leg, it was numb, and I went to see him. Boom.
What was it?
So she had basically a stress fracture in the vertebrae in the bottom, which, you know, some people get, like about 10% of the population, and it causes the lowest vertebrae to start slipping, basically going forward. And the plan was that we were gonna operate on that area at all, and there was no cancer around. And then
This
all of a
was
sudden,
years ago.
Right.
And then I went on my staycation, and then thank you to everyone's taxes, they paid for that. And then I went to, and then I came out, and I lost a bunch of weight. I was in the best shape I had ever been in, you know, since a kid. And I was in a halfway house in Hollywood, and I got a pain in the back of my neck. And I went to 6 doctors. I went to the emergency room. I was admitted to the hospital for 72 hours. Didn't do an MRI, didn't find anything. Go home and take it easy, honey, you'll be fine. And then it ended up being cancer, choking my spinal cord, Burkitt lymphoma, and he did 8 hours of emergency surgery, pulling the slime. It was like a black tar. They couldn't do the test because they couldn't get me to stay still.
I remember it was at midnight. I said, we're going in, we don't have time, and she
No
came to me.
MRI, going in blind, and knocking me out. They admitted me, and within 48 hours, I was paralyzed from the neck down.
The cancer it was unbelievable how fast it had spread over 12 segments.
Did you think she was gonna die?
You know, I always like to look at the glass half full than half empty. I was like, you know what? Not on my watch. It's not happening. I said, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. So I was optimistic that we're gonna save her. That's how I always like to look at it.
I see you tearing up. How close did you come to dying?
Close. I remember saying to the anesthesiologist, just tell me I'm gonna see you when I wake up. Just tell me I'm gonna see you when I wake up. And he said, I can't tell you that, ma'am. That's when I knew. And then I heard you say something that I didn't know. He said, get the theater ready. I'm going in. And I didn't know that the operating room was called the theater. And I thought, I died. I'm dead already, and I can still hear them talking. This is weird. But there are days that I wish that I would have died.
No,
Why
no,
do
don't
you?
say
Why
that.
would you say
No,
that?
It's
don't
hard.
say that.
It's
Don't say
really
that. Why
hard.
would you say
I know
that?
I shouldn't say that. There's
Don't
people
say
out
that.
there fighting every day for their lives. So
cousin.
yes. But it's been rough. It's not easy to live in a wheelchair. It's not easy, especially in California. It's very difficult to be handicapped and ADA accessible. That's why I need to walk.
Are you cancer-free today?
Yes.
You are.
Oh, absolutely. I was cancer-free after 3 rounds of chemotherapy. 3. And I ended up doing 10.
How tough has this whole stretch been for you? Because even after overcoming being in your staycation
Yes.
prison, you overcome that and then this happens. How tough, how demoralizing is that?
It's demoralizing, but then, I went back. I did a season 8 of a television show, and I sat on my butt and taught, and I did it pretty well. We had a pretty good run, and people just don't realize. They see you in makeup and your hair done, and they think, oh, she's doing great. They don't see what happens behind closed doors.
And that is where it gets tough.
That's where it gets really tough.
Do you have 24-hour help?
No, I can't afford it. That's all out of pocket. No.
So how are you surviving?
Alone, just, it's a good day when you can bend over and get your pants on.
But how hard is that to be sick and alone?
It's rough. It's rough. I have to save my tears for the pillow.
I want to ask you, Lori Loughlin just dealt with going to prison. Her husband is still there. What would you say, though, having been there and come out, what is it like on the other side?
I met some of the most intelligent, kind, caring, wonderful women that I will ever meet. People gave me the shoes off their feet. Not, oh, here's my shoes. Shoes that they had to save money to buy. They had to order them. It took months for them to come in. I get there, here, you wear my size, take these. I mean, there's women that I made millions of dollars for, helped them, and they wouldn't give me the t-shirt, let alone the shoes off their feet. So there's so many women there that should not be there. They took the fall for some guy or their boss. Somebody fled the country, so they got them instead. So I think it's crazy. I think, me being there for 8 months, had I not been released on March 26th, had I stayed 1 more month, I would have died. I would have died in
For
prison.
sure. For
The
sure.
healthcare is so bad. And that's the doctor there in prison who took me off of my thyroid medication and my diabetes medication, cold turkey, all my medication, January, February, March, boom, cancer that has to do with your thyroid. Interesting.
There is no way. This is not what you pictured
No.
for these years.
No. I have so many wonderful things to do that I'm so proud of and so excited about. And then, you need help going to the ladies' room. You need help taking a shower. You're afraid to do it by yourself. What if you fall?
How are you going to be okay? How are you going to fix this?
You tell me, am I coming to your house to live?
Where are you living now, and how is it?
I live in a hotel.
You live in a hotel.
I live in a hotel so that I can call the front desk and send someone up, send a bellman up to help me.
So they send a bellman up to help you do all the things you need to do?
Sometimes, yes. Sometimes I'll, hire a young girl or maybe a PT student to come. It's sad. I've been trying to get back to Florida, to my house and my life there since March 13th. And because of my doctors recommending me that I don't travel, that I don't fly until I get the vaccine, until we know that it's working safely, I've been quarantined here alone, in a hotel.
And because of COVID, it must be scary every time someone comes in to help you.
Very scary. Very scary. That's why sometimes I just hang out in, my nightgown all day and do my work and do my computer stuff and edit and do those types of things because I don't want anyone in the room. I had tried to use home health care for a while, and it was so sketchy with who was coming and what time and what day. I was like, forget this.
We're also seeing all across the country where people are alone and they are struggling with this. But until you're sitting in that chair, you don't understand how lonely it is, do you?
Well, I'm an only child. My parents are deceased. I was never married and I don't have children. So it's lonely.
Who's there for you?
My friends.
Yeah.
Friends. My doctors. Yes, but good friends. Loyal friends. None of those mothers from a TV show.
I was just
None of those. None of those. Maybe a couple here and there. JoJo and her family have been wonderful.
Have they?
Yes.
How proud are you of JoJo and what
I'm
she's doing?
very proud. I'm very proud.
What do you think of what JoJo has done?
I don't know if she's just a marketing genius and we don't know this yet. I'm proud of her. I'm proud of everything that she does. She's shooting a movie right now in Canada. So she has all these things lined up. She's great, and it's great energy to be around for me. It's uplifting and it's fun and it's positive and it's exciting, and I like that. I've been to their home many, many times. They're there to talk to, they're there to call, and JoJo calls me and texts me with every exciting new thing that she has coming up. So it's good to be involved, to be, not forgotten. Oh, well, we used you. We're famous now. We don't need you anymore. It's more of a continue the journey together.
Oh, that's beautiful. How hard was it for JoJo to hide something like this?
But I never had fallen in love before. But I always believed that my person was just gonna be my person. And if that person happened to be a boy, great. And if that person happened to be a girl, great.
I don't think she hides anything, really. I think maybe she just didn't know. I have a lot of students that struggle with their sexuality. I will be honest, mainly guys that dance for me throughout the years. Some have come to me and said, without you, I would have committed suicide. To hear that as a teacher is shocking and also very loving and kind, that I knew that I did that for that child. And a lot of the guys struggle with that, and I, teach them to be very masculine on stage and when they're performing, and what you do in your private life is your business. But JoJo really didn't have a private life. Her life is, for the whole world to know about every single thing that she's doing. And with social media now, everybody knows what we're doing and what we're up to every moment. And we tell them, we share it. So for her to make that statement and to share that, and that's what she wanted to do, I'm proud that she had the guts to do it. And she has a great environment, and her family and everybody, hey, I'm single, and sometimes guys are jerks, so good for her. And that's what I said. I said, you know what, JoJo? That's more hot young guys out there for me. It's good. It's good.
Do you have plans to return to TV?
I would like to return to TV behind the scenes. And then there's been talks of me coming back and doing a show with the students, no moms, but with the dancers themselves, the teenagers. Now that they're 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, we'll go at it each other. They don't need mom anymore.
There is hope, is what you're telling me.
I hope, and I dream, and I'm creative, and I love the creative process. I love the costuming and the music and the choreography. I love that part of it all. And I think there's still a niche for me, but who knows?